Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome to the program. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, says the Commission will continue to leverage on its Public-Private Partnership PPP initiative to drive wealth creation and food sufficiency in the oil-rich Niger Delta region. Dr. Ogbuku made this statement during the official launching of the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Niger Delta Life ND project for Akwa Ibom, Imo, and River States, which took place last week at the Jay's Signature Hotel in Port Harcourt.
One of the key frameworks of the current leadership of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, is its Public-Private Partnership PPP model, aimed at fostering collaborative efforts to drive the sustainable development of the nation's oil-bearing region. This approach is designed to leverage the expertise, resources, and innovation of private sector partners in addressing critical issues such as infrastructure development, job creation, and economic growth in communities across the region. While many of these partnerships are currently in the pipeline, some, such as the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Niger Delta Life ND initiative, involving the federal government, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, and the NDDC have successfully taken off. The Life ND project is aimed at improving the livelihoods of rural youth and women through sustainable agricultural enterprises, enhancing food security, and creating job opportunities across the Niger Delta region. The Life ND scheme, which was already operational in 6 states, was expanded last week to include Imo, Akwa Ibom, and River States. This development follows the NDDC's commitment to fulfill its counterpart funding of $30 million, making the project fully operational across all 9 states of the Niger Delta region. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, in his address at the event, underscored the importance of strategic partnerships and collaboration in fast-tracking development of the Niger Delta region.
Mr. President has declared state of emergency on agriculture, and this is a laudable agricultural program that will benefit the people of the region. And how can we say we are NDDC? Covering 9 states, when 6 states are already benefiting, and it seems we are depriving the other 3 states from benefiting. It is laudable enough for IFA to take up the percentage of $60 million and the partnership NDDC is to pay $30 million. They have done their best, and right now we are also matching them with our own best.
Earlier in her remarks, IFAD Country Director Mrs. Dede Ahoefa Ekoe commended the Dr. Ogbuku-led management for their unwavering commitment to the actualization of the initiative.
We will not stop congratulating and commending the NDDC Managing Director and CEO for opening this new chapter, because it is this disbursement and the additional commitment made to support LifeND financially that opened the way to the expansion of LifeND activities in the 3 new states.
Goodwill messages also came in from the governors of Imo, Akwa Ibom and Rivers States, who said they are eagerly waiting to contribute to the success of the projects in their respective states.
I'd like to appreciate NDDC for including the remaining states, Akwa Ibom, Rivers and Imo states in Life and Deep projects. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We've lost 5 years, but it's better late than never.
Several distinguished guests at the event, including representatives of the Honorable Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister for Economy, Wale Edun, and the Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Food Security, Honorable Abubakar Kyari, commended the NDDC for its strides at enhancing food security, job creation, and agricultural development in the region.
Inside the Niger Delta.
As sea levels continue to rise due to climate change and global warming, coastal communities in the oil-rich Niger Delta region have been grappling with coastal inundation and recurring floods. Obiofu community in Ogba, Egbema Ndoni local government area of River State, which sits on the bank of River Niger, is one of the many coastal communities facing an existential threat as sea levels rise, endangering homes and livelihoods of the people in the community. The community is urgently calling on the government at all levels to intervene before their land is completely eroded.
In recent years, several communities across the Niger Delta region like Ayetoro in Ondo State and Sangana Akassa in Bayelsa State have lost a sizable chunk of their lands to rising sea levels. This comes with the loss of lives and valuables, further worsening the socio-economic fortunes of the people. Obiofu community in Ogba, Egbema, Ndoni local government area of Rivers State, just on the brink of River Niger, faces the same existential threat. Once a vibrant fishing and farming hub, the community has lost over 60% of its land to coastal inundation. The livelihoods of its residents like Mr. MAMODE Loki, a retired headmaster, and Mr. Ogwa Duke, a former geography teacher, have been turned upside down by the encroaching waters.
My father's house is now more than the middle of the Niger. So many houses, if they share this community into 4 parts, only 1 part is now remaining.
When I came to this town, I knew the town was larger than this. In fact, most of the buildings are now in the middle of the River Niger. Why? Because of landslides.
As rising sea levels and heavy rains relentlessly threaten their homes, residents like Mrs. Ojebeshi Osemede now live in constant fear. Her house now teeters on the very edge of the river, with each passing day a waiting game of when the unforgiving sea will finally claim her home. She can only wish the waters could be held back, but the bleak reality looms closer with each passing day.
The problem now is erection. I dey my house, na farmer they do. I know they do English work. See, if we're very far. Now, I'm under problem now. Erection won't carry my house. I no picking, nobody to help me. No husband self is short. Now that's what they pay me. No husband. Who they help me? You know they.
Before coming month, you will see water inside the community. All the backyards, everywhere is water. And erosion is cutting seriously.
In the past, the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC launched a shore protection project to reclaim the lands in Obiofu, raising hopes of a solution to the environmental threat. However, the project remains incomplete till this day, leaving the encroaching waves to explore the vulnerability of this coastal community. Desperate for relief, residents are calling on the NDDC to return and complete the shore protection project, which would prevent further erosion and safeguard what remains of their community.
We are pleading that NDDC should come and continue the good work they have started, so that the community can as well have good position. And also NDDC build cottage hospital uncompleted. For years, we have been writing and calling for them to come and complete it.
We want government to intervene. Government should intervene. Things is very cost now. Coming to see that somebody will build a house, and all of a sudden, within a twinkle of eye, the house will just fall inside river.
NDDC, I beg, they could help me. Come help me for this erection when I want to carry my house to for my community. Everywhere don't occupy, nowhere we to stay. No good land, nothing. Erection don't carry our house now. Now we are under crying.
More communities across the Niger Delta are on the brink of a similar fate, making it imperative for immediate and coordinated action from all development stakeholders. The preservation of these communities requires urgent intervention before they are lost to the ravaging waters.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Standout Properties Limited presents a real estate opportunity of a lifetime. Bloom Towers, a waterfront twin high-rise buildings of 19 and 21 stories at the edge of the Atlantic Ocean in the prestigious Oniru area, Victoria Island, Lagos. Bloom Towers is a green and smart building project consisting of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments and maisonettes, as well as 10,300 square meters available space for commercial and corporate use. Built for completion in 2027, Bloom Towers has 236 units available for sale with a starting price of 100 million naira. Lock down a unit today with a down payment of 20% and spread the balance over the next 24 months. Contact us on 080-693-47063 or 091-22-656-975.
It is a project that will bring huge return on investment.
Bloom Towers, from foundation to skyline.
Ezekiel Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Ezekiel Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
Join award-winning ace broadcaster MAMODE Felix AKUGHA on Inside the Niger Delta on the following radio stations weekly.
My Niger Delta, back up. I say, my Oya region, hello, my Niger Delta. Me, I love my Niger Delta. Come see my Niger Delta, back up. Show me who know like
Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region.
Cause me, I love my Niger Delta.
As divestment trends and subsequent takeovers in Nigeria's oil and gas sector continue, Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doyediri has urged companies acquiring exiting firms such as Owando Energy Resources Nigeria Limited, which recently took over the Nigerian Ajip Oil Company, to be prepared to shoulder the liabilities that come with their new acquisition. Governor Diri made this statement last week during a meeting with the management team of Owando Energy at the government house in Yenagoa.
Depending on the oil company in question, their operations in the oil fields of the Niger Delta region often comes with a host of legacy issues, such as neglect of corporate social responsibilities, oil facility failures leading to oil spills, and non-compliance with court orders or penalties, amongst many other concerns. These unresolved issues often lead to direct confrontations between the communities and the companies involved. It is against this backdrop that Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doyediri last week called on the management of Owando Energy Resources Nigeria Limited, which is set to take over the assets of the Nigerian Ajip Oil Company, to be ready to shoulder its liabilities as well.
But there are a lot of frosty relationships between Ajip and several communities. Just some few weeks ago, we settled one here in Government House. As a state, we are happy that an indigenous company is now in charge. And please be reminded that you have not just acquired the assets only, you have also acquired the liabilities.
Senator Doyediri also emphasized that qualified indigents should not be limited to lower-ranking positions within the company, but should also be considered for suitable roles at all levels of the oil firm. In his remarks, the managing director of Oando Energy Resources Nigeria Limited, Dr. Ainoje Irune, expressed optimism that the company would begin on a positive note with a focus on establishing a healthy and collaborative working relationship with the Bayelsa State government.
Your Excellency, my pledge to you today is that as Oando has taken over the operations of this asset, what you will see is a continuous rise in the economic prosperity of all of us, both the company and the community, the government, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In a different development, Bayelsa State Governor Doediri has called on the federal government to consider an upward review of the 3% of oil proceeds for host communities as provided in the Petroleum Industry Act PIA to 10%. Senator Diri made the call during the inauguration of the Body of Neutrals for the Alternative Dispute Resolution Center in Yenagoa, the state capital, by the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, Engineer Gbenga Komolafe. He also called for the amendments to sections of the Act that exclude state and local governments, stressing that it was an oversight to exclude the two arms of government that directly administer the host communities.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Wife of the Delta State Governor, Dickiness Tobore Oborewori, has awarded grants totaling 10 million naira to 40 women farmers across the state. This initiative is in addition to the distribution of essential food items to 1,200 underprivileged households aimed at alleviating the hardship faced by indigent citizens. The disbursement exercise, which took place last week in Asaba, was a collaborative effort between Dickiness Oborewori's You Matter Charity Foundation and the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, a program spearheaded by Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu.
The You Matter Charity Foundation, led by Dickiness Tobore Oborewori, wife of the Delta State Governor, was established to uplift the vulnerable, especially women and children, by promoting their sense of value and self-worth, regardless of social status. Since its unveiling in August 2023, the foundation has consistently supported communities through women's empowerment, healthcare access, and education, as well as addressing other social issues across the state. Last week, in collaboration with the Renewed Hope Initiative of Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the foundation awarded cash grants of 250,000 naira each to 40 women, while 1,200 others received essential food items. Addressing the beneficiaries, Dickiness Oborewori urged them to invest the grant wisely to grow their businesses.
I wish to appeal that you make good use of what you will be given today. The farmers should please improve on their farms. With this token, do not eat your seed so that your harvest will be great. Let me again thank the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for always putting smiles on our faces.
The beneficiaries, brimming with excitement, expressed their gratitude to the State First Lady for her initiative, which they say is helping them navigate the current economic hardships.
I want to thank the First Lady very, very well, because he has done a lot for us. Because this food item that he gave to us now will serve us in a long way. And our people will be very happy, and our children, they will be alive.
It will help me make a better life for my family, to make increase in my business.
I am very, very happy. My heart is full of joy.
This comes on the heels of the recent distribution of 50,000 naira business recapitalization grant to 1,000 women petty traders in the state by Senator Oluremi Tinubu, a figure that was doubled to 100,000 naira through support from Governor Sheriff Oborewori.
Inside the Niger Delta. Join our
award-winning ace broadcaster MAMODE Felix AKUGHA on Inside the Niger Delta on the following television stations weekly.
I say, my Oya Riga, hello, my Niger Delta. Me, I love my Niger Delta. Come see my Niger Delta. Back up. Show me who no like better thing. Cause me, I like better thing. Show me who no like better.
Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region.
Cause me, I love my Niger Delta.
Despite the controversies surrounding the Obi of Abo selection process in the ancient Abo Kingdom in Delta State, Chief Dr. Gregory Oputa, grandson of the renowned Obi Oputa II, has emerged as the chosen candidate to mount the exalted throne of his ancestors. Chief Oputa was last week chalked by the eldest man in the kingdom and the spiritual leader of Abo Kingdom, also known as the Odwa. Chief Oputa, who is now the Obi of Abo designate, has since commenced traditional rites leading to his official coronation as the monarch of the kingdom.
The search for a new monarch to ascend the revered throne of Abo Kingdom in Ndokwa East local government area of Delta State has finally come to an end with the chalking of Chief Gregory Oputa, one of the many contenders to the throne. The chalking was performed by the Odwa of Abo Kingdom, who is the oldest man in the kingdom and also serves as the spiritual leader of the people. Chief Oputa, who is the grandson of the renowned Obi Oputa II, a monarch who ruled the kingdom in the early 1900s, has now been chosen as the Obi of Abo. Following his emergence, he has commenced the traditional rites leading to his official coronation. These rites include the Uoma, a purification ritual that purges the Obi designate of past wrongdoings and aligns him with the ancestors of the land. The Ugwenyi rite followed, during which an eagle feather was placed on Chief Oputa's cap, symbolizing the immense responsibility he now bears on behalf of the kingdom. Over the weekend, Chief Oputa successfully completed the Ubonwe rite, after which he was officially crowned, assuming full authority and responsibility over Abo Kingdom, pending the presentation of the staff of office by the Delta State government. Speaking to Inside the Niger Delta, the new monarch, who has taken the title Obi Oputa III, declared that his sole mission is to unite the entire kingdom, paving the way for peace and harmony.
I've done a lot here, and now is the time to do more. By His grace, we will move this kingdom forward. Not just this kingdom. By the grace of God, Delta State also will move forward through us. Let us all live happily as one. Let us live in unity.
High Chief Paul Esumai hailed Obi Oputa III as a true son of the land, praising his passion for the kingdom's advancement.
We have been praying, crying to God to give us this opportunity for a very long time. Today we are very happy that we've gotten the type of king Abo has been looking for.
The Odua, who is very old and over 100 years, was unable to perform the crowning himself due to the burden of age and limited mobility. However, the Ozier of Abo Kingdom, Chief Kenneth Odili, who is next in command, stepped in to perform the crowning on his behalf.
And by the grace of God, it's me now, for now. So I take over whatever responsibilities assigned to the order. In his absence, I take over.
Following the crowning of His Royal Majesty, Gregory Oputa as the Obi of Abo, congratulatory messages from Abo sons and daughters have continued to pour in. Many of these well-wishers pledging their loyalty to the new Obi have also participated in a solidarity march to declare their support for Obi Oputa III. On Wednesday, September 18th, a group of Abo's indigenes stormed the Delta State Government House in Asaba to express their gratitude to the state government and reaffirm that their entire kingdom stands united behind the new monarch. The Deputy Chief of Staff to Governor Sheriff Oboriowori, Honorable Ifanyo Osakwe, While welcoming the delegation, assured them that the state government is committed to ensuring that the will of the people prevails at all times and that the cultures and tradition of the people are equally upheld.
If it has gone through due process, it will end in due process. So, I want to assure you of the Sheriff of Borowere's government support for Abo Kingdom.
The indigents then proceeded to the office of the Special Advisor to Governor Sheriff of Boroweere on Investment, Dr. Tony Amechi, who is also the Adjoint of Abo Kingdom.
I have no doubt in my mind that Greg has the capacity to do great things in Abo. And because I know the kind of man he is, because I know the kind of heart he has, I know that Abo today has a king that will make each and every one of you proud.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, it is on that note we draw the curtain on the program. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles shown right now on your screens. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria for these stories and many more. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA thanking you for staying tuned. Bye for now.